Yeah, oh, yeah, it'd be an A. Okay, 4 beats, and so 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're 35 now, okay. A flat for you. We had bar 56, and then 57, 58, a rest, and then the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, 6 bars, yeah? And then, oh, there's more. All right, let's start at 50, please. And all those third trombone and oaths have the moving line, quarter, half, half, half. And please bring that out. And it's more soft, more delicate, all that shit. Okay, 50, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Play here, 4 bars back, please. 4 bars back.
77?
Yeah, whatever. 4 bars back. Yeah, 77. 2, 3, 4. And Billy, that's an A for you, right? No, before that, the whole
Yeah,
note.
yeah.
Okay. All right, the secret to this is to be kind and play it like it really matters. You know, it says drone, and it's like another country, but if you believe in it and then play each note as it's the most important thing in the world, and it really is. So we hate to say it that way, but that's what you have to do in here. Otherwise, we'd be watching Australian tennis. Right there? Okay. Okay, once again, in the beginning, the flugelhorn is dee-da-da-dee-da-da-da-dee-da-da-da, really lighthearted, and the whole notes, if you can make each one like a ya and join them inside as well as outside, it will sound good. 2, 3, 4, and all right. U.S. Marines. 2, 3, 4, and From 10, please. And at 11, you come up to a very tight cluster, and then you unfold at 12 and go to a chord. A, B flat, sus, minor 9. Okay, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... The B sounded like a union B. Bah! But yeah, not bah, okay? Takes it off the paper and put it inside you. 2, 3 in place. 4, and... Trumpets, your second note in 22 is a written C natural. Yada. Da 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 dee da da.
You want a real straight rhythm-wise as well?
Yeah. Da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dee. Okay.
Well, bar 18, I have a written G sharp. I had a G sharp concert.
In
A G concert.
20 and 18?
Bar 18.
18, a written D sharp I have for you. Concert F sharp.
G sharp concert.
Oh, yeah, D sharp concert is okay.
That's okay?
Yeah. Want to try that one time, please? All the horns at 18, just the downbeat, and fermata. Downbeat, fermata, 18, and... Your E top space, E natural, yeah.
Okay.
Same thing, and. It's written that way, huh? It's early for a sobriety test. Okay. The also 19, a little more bass trombone underneath that. Let's start at 19. And then go. And the trumpets are straight with that, and also the background figure. Dee, da, the whole bodied quarter notes coming down with no inflection. 19. 1, 2, 3, 4. A flat, 36, it should be A flat for a beat and a half. You're A flat.
Oh, first note.
Yeah, first note. In 36, A flat.
A flat.
No, your note. No. Giving concert concert. No, you're A flat. Yeah, okay. Once again, 35, 2, 3, 4. And found it rich in 4, 5, 6, 77. I need from you an F sharp, first bass, not the A. I'll sleep at this way. Okay, your F sharp, first bass. That's 4 bars back from the end. You have a written A?
I have a written C sharp.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's,
I have a written.
yeah, it's you. F sharp, yeah, written. Okay. Okay, we still, yeah. Yeah.
Measure 35. I have a B7 sus flat 9 to a B altered. The bass has something different.
30,
35.
35. Here's a C sharp to B, make it a C natural to B. Yeah. Yeah. It's still, yeah. B natural, sorry. B as in boy. B natural, then C natural, B. And then 36 is your B natural for the bass. B natural 36, first 2 beats.
I have a C minor. Yeah, I have a B flat.
Yeah, no, that's hideous. B natural. Yeah. I was falling asleep on the table at that time.
What should the chord be?
It's a B minor 7th.
B minor.
Yeah.
That's the first chord of 36?
Yes. And you have a C sharp minor. Yeah, you're working out right, Scott. I wanted to give you a chance to go double, but I didn't want to have the band go double or anything like that. So it gives you plenty of room to do whatever you want. Mel's famous comment when the band from Washington, Ron Karate, I think many years ago, came in town. Everybody was anxious to hear the new band, so I called Mel. He went down. I said, "How was it?" Mel said, "All the ballads went in double time." Click. Harsh but accurate. So now I'd like to have 36, 37, 38, please. The only thing I'm going to still ask is more tone and more from the stomach tone, not just playing, but coming through. More Gil Evans than Thad, or more Maria than Thad. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 38. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Okay, give me the third beat, fermata, and listen. And. Okay, it sounds still like a hot jazz band. I want it to sound like music producing. Yeah, okay, and. Better, one more time, please. And. Okay, start with the third beat and go on, and keep that sound. Third beat. Yeah. All right. Yo. 58, 59, 60, 61. Just the trombones at first, the bass and drums. 61, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Good. Now trumpets and trombones. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Okay, you see when you come to the third beat, when you have the concert F, the third beat in both bars, it gets louder. Should be just like glass. Ya-dee-da. Yeah, it sounds emphasized, and that takes away from the point of the piece. Okay, saxophone, same bar. 8, 9, 10, 61. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Yeah, and just enough, Rich, so we hear the rub against the other tenor. Okay, everybody.
Well, bar 58.
Yeah.
When are we releasing off that dotted half?
4.
4?
Yeah, I'm off on 4. I figured a dotted half would have to come off on 4 anyway. So, in New Hampshire, I don't know about New York anymore. Okay. Let me hear now to get this to sound, but I may have to rewrite it. It's 59. Trumpets 2 and 3 and trombones. Trumpets 2, 3, trombones at 59. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Yeah, it's good. It sounds so much better when you make something out of the note rather than just playing the note. You know, instead of fucking F sharp, E, oh god damn it, is it A? Oh, B, God, Jesus, I played that last night. And the whole point in this, you know, I refer to the old days of studio work when I was with the A studio band here in the 50s and 60s in the LA band. You don't know what you're going to do when you get there, but you have to act like you love it. More so in LA than here, because LA the contractors were king. In New York the musicians were king. Contractors were scared of us. But you had to go through all it to be a very good hooker. You might have 3 or 4 tricks a night, one day, and you had to love everyone because they're going to look at you, and he's not smiling. In LA, your ass is in Las Vegas the next day, you know, really, you know. So it's not being fake, it's just being, you got to, you know, feed yourself and put gas in your Camaro and all that. So it's much the same principle here. You may not really love what you're playing, but it's like you got to love the girl you're with. You know, dance with who brung you. So the more you do that, the better it's going to sound. That's my only interest, not in, you know, your mental well-being, but in getting the music to sound. And that's really a big part of it, as corny as it is. It's true, you know, living proof. Okay, let's have once again the pickup into 58. Trip, pickup first trumpet, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, once again. John Cage pickup, yeah. 58 and pickup, 4th beat, yeah, please. 2, 3. Now just flat. Good. Good. That's it. Okay, good. And the trumpet notes, the last figure, are your A and your D and B. You were playing A, C, B.
No, I have a written C, it should be a D.
D. It's a D on the score more than a C. So that's 2 lashes and no meals for a week for the copies. And permanent prison for the arranger. Okay. You were getting the sound. Did it feel at all like it was sounding better? As things start to vibrate a little bit inside. That's what we look for. There used to be drugs for that, but unfortunately there are side effects. Okay, now and then. Okay, I'd like to get the beginning a little more of a magical character. Let me have just the beginning with the flugels and rhythm section. And the note, the first note is a bitch to get that C out. To be playful with the low C on the flugelhorn is not easy. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and yeah. Okay, you have to wait. You said the C was out of tune, the F was questionable, and the C again when he came back down was a Grinch. So play the C in unison for me now. C. Okay, yeah. Entrance perfect. Okay, once again, same people. 2, 3, 4. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Don't get spooked by the cluster. Move into the cluster and say, "Oh boy, I'm sitting on somebody's lap." You know, this is really okay. I played with Louis Prima's band many years ago. We were in Atlantic City. I got tired of all the bullshit. I started playing clusters in Atlantic City, and then I was at New York after that. But I was just so hungry for something. You know, open chords. Anyway, so when you get to that cluster, relish it. I'd like to have everybody now from bar 9, and we were really getting the sound, the tone. 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, whoa! First chord and 12, saxophones and trombones, fermata. First chord, 12, and. Okay, can we make it sound better? And. Saxophones alone, and. Trombones, and. That's a B natural coming down, right? At 12?
Oh, I have a B flat written.
No, at 12 it should be B natural down, A flat, G flat. And then second trombone, A flat, B natural, F, E flat. Yeah? Okay, same people. Saxophones and trombones, 12. And. Better, okay, yeah. You start to believe it, yeah.
I could be wrong, but my melody, just to make sure, at 12 I got.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Blue Note was free that night. And a subscription to Dish TV. Oh, do you hear reading the paper that in South Carolina, we got a pretty good local paper, the Valley News or the Valley Snooze as it's known in New Hampshire, but they're going to try to eliminate swearing in South Carolina. And that's eliminate swearing. Where am I going to go? I was in the Army down there. Yeah, shouldn't eliminate swearing, get an M1 and go to work on the country. And he came to me and said, rifle practice. I said, man, don't send me over to the Koreans. I got about 35 people in my barracks I would like to, with an M1, make a better world of. And I said, bad people in Mississippi, Alabama. Ugh. Yeah, okay. Trumpets again. I want to get as clean as I can. Maybe Tess at the piano for a minute. That's on a good night. Okay. Piano and background people, right on the top. 2, 3, yeah, top. 3, 4, and. Okay, good. Yeah, coming there. Once more. 2, 3, 4, and. Okay. Yep. It's coming along. Scott, you can be a little more firm in the third bar because you're answering them. And the trumpets can be a little more firm also in the third bar on your fourth beat because you're answering Scott. And then when you come in on the fourth beat, the fourth bar and the fourth beat, you're in thirds then. Special effort, no extra cost. So you want dee-da-da-da, it's really nice Spanish sound. Okay. Everybody? You getting the 1, 2, 2, bang, 1, 2, 2, buck, 1, ding, dong, dong, dong. Okay. 2, 3, 4, and. At first C, unison, and. Okay. All together, and. Like this, just these trumpets, and. Okay, yeah, that's not a symphony one. That's da. This is an accurate one, Broadway one, and. No, da da dum, and. Okay, short, long. It can be done, yeah. Okay, top, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, the beginning was better. That's okay. Dick, in bar 6, you have your C to your B, right? Bar 6. Bar 6. Your C, next bar, to your B. Bar 5 to bar 6.
Okay, good. Yeah, my C is C sharp and C natural.
That's bar 5, bar 6.
Oh, okay, C natural to
B.
B.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay.
He has pickups. The solo has pickups into the next bar. Do you want us die away by then? Again,
It should be off on 4.
off on 4.
Yeah. I'm going to try 12, 13, and 14. Let's see, how would I do that? Okay, cut out the third beat and the next bar. Try that. So in 13, 14, you're cutting out beats 3 and 4. And 13, 14, bar 15, you're cutting out the bar. This is for trombones and saxophones.
So bar
Yeah. Nothing you did wrong is my fault. It's too much.
14,
Yeah. 14 is the last 2 beats.
get rid of them,
Yep.
and then bar 15.
And then 14 and 15.
Okay, sorry.
Slow post. 17. I appreciate this. This is my fault for working too fast. 17. Trombones. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Okay, beautiful. Saxophones the same, please. 17. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Okay. And Rich, you have an A to G sharp there?
No.
Yeah, it's written like it should be. Oh, wait a minute. It's an A held over to an A.
Pardon?
A to an A natural
In bar
in 18?
18, I just have my A.
Yeah, please. The score was wrong. Okay, good.
So what should I have?
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah. Nervous eyes. Now, trumpets coming into 21 with the piano, bass, and drums. Yeah, where I held down, there's that big, yeah, okay. Bang, like that, okay. Trumpet and piano rhythm section to 21. Da da dee da dee da 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 dee da 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 da. 2, 3, 4. Okay. No. Okay. Give me a C sharp short. Yeah, and. Should be like that. 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's bass clef for the piano. Yo, bass clef piano there. My fault. 21 bass clef. Okay, everybody, C sharp is much better there. Pick up 21, let's pick up 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it should be B flat minor 7th. Yeah. My fault. Yep, at 35. Okay, 35, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you. And the other thing is getting there from Chris? It's here?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Well, for part 27, how much do you want us to crescendo, or when do you want us to start crescendo into that chord thing?
27.
Or you want the whole thing, the whole phrase, to slowly build?
At 27?
Starts at 25,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
quarter notes.
Yeah, crescendo. It's not marked, it should be. Coming into 27, out of 26, you start probably the...
Well, under 28,
28 is loud.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when you,
I think 26 by the second beat would be more logical
okay,
to start the crescendo.
okay.
Yo! Yo! Thank you.
Okay.
Janet, who was the singer that sounded like an elk? Yeah, on television. Anyway, we got to spend some time on this, so let's get at it. This is a hard one. There is a section, oaths, to be named Sam at a later time. At 2:05, you're over a pedal, and for now it's 8 bars per pedal as we add Rich and Scott and John Mosca, and then we go on with those people playing behind the ensemble. It's kind of a hooray part. And it is like that, and then there is a thing behind oaths with the rhythm section where it says mud pies. That's McNeely's term for crunching your hand and banging on the piano. It works. So there we go. It's 93, and it's bass, drums, and piano. And just figure out something that feels relevant and would disturb Dick, to just be a complete, panoramic view of Erstad's Vanguard. Yeah, okay, we'll get it when we get there. Here we go. Beginning. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. No, oh, yeah, there's 8 in front. So right now we'll start right on front with the piano. No drums in front yet. Piano 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. What I wanted to say on the pedal, be creative, which is sort of around. And don't play a solo on that. I have Rich coming in. I want to hear him enter. So it's Rich and Dick, and then we're adding Scott and then John. So I want to hear those. So just be peckish with the pedal. Okay. Okay, 205. Pedal. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. But come on with the pedal. Don't be flowering on the top. Don't let it grow. Just stay with the pedal. Something around that so we have a floor. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, and if you can't make those legato, make the concert E on the end for la. That okay, not bad, not bad.
Quick question, which is,
Yeah.
E pedal, be creative.
Yeah, but
I have a couple of different, or actually several different notes there. Do you want me to just?
you have an F and a D right there. Yeah.
Yeah, E, D, and G.
Just
go back.
Right. So if you start playing, too much, then it loses the effect of anybody else coming in. So stay by the pedal. Okay, once again. Yeah.
Bar 4 of 245.
235. The tread is going from my hands. 235. 245. Okay.
So the fourth bar, those notes on the end of 2 and 3, do you want them long or short?
Do that, da, da. Yeah. Right. Sometimes it's hard not to do that. Okay, on top again.
The trombone coming at 125.
Is that too uncomfortable, all that going on?
No. It's fine. I just wanted to know if when the trombones came in on that C pedal.
Yeah. Boom, boom, do da. I put a C pedal because it's just, to some play for you to play. What I had in mind is a lot of augmented chords. So if it's F augmented, I might write you an F sharp augmented. So you'd be playing augmented a half tone above the sequence. So it kind of force the chromatic in. Okay.
14th bar, everything's marked except those three. What do you want the 2 and 3?
14th bar, the piece?
Oh, no, wait. 10, yeah, 14th bar.
Okay.
How do you want those?
Dot.
Oh, short.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's your B, your D, your C sharp. Right?
What's that? Those are the only ones that weren't marked, so I.
Okay, that. I think 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that. Okay. And now to what we need, the trombones and the tenors and everybody else coming to pick up into 9. You really have to sit on the notes. This is general information. If you play a short note, it ruins everything. The shortest note I want to hear is bap. If you go tick, that draws all the energy away. If you go bap, it puts it forward and makes the note sound like it should. The other thing is, while I was sleeping late one day about 20 years ago, the accent became a legato mark all over the world. And Ryan doesn't know what happened. Maria, I don't know what happened either. So when I grew up, it was it's an accent means an accent. Marcato means more of an accent. If I want slurs, dashes, I'll write legato. So please, accent means accent. Okay, this is bia bump, bia bump, boo bump, ba-doo da, boo bump, like that. Okay, pick up into 9. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa! Yo! 125, sorry, Dick. We need to have the background there. 125, a little slower. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. cut out the rhythm and just have the horns for that part. Okay, the last 4 bars with Rich and Dick are the background stuff. The last 4 of that, and then I'll cut you out when Scott joins, and bring you gradually back in when John happens. Yeah, 213. We had drastically different places. 213. We're adding Rich, and I will cut you out when Scott comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said I will cut you out when Scott comes in. At 8 bars play, and then at 2:21 you're out. Okay, deal?
Everyone or the rhythm section?
Pardon?
Everyone, all the horns except the solos?
Yeah, please. And then gradually come in at 2:29. I've been having trouble with communicating. My wife tells me. Okay, 213, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can, get a breath for your concert E, so you could go to the F sharp legato.
One question. What is this Oates Q? Oates Q.
Yeah, well, if I thought if Dick got carried away or didn't want to come back and do some paper for a while.
Should we play that always or not?
Well, check with Dick. I wrote it in for Gary too.
Okay.
That,
But in other words, he would be playing that,
yeah.
and we wouldn't.
Well, I think to be safe, you might as well go ahead and do it. Just force running back and forth, and it wouldn't hurt to have more on it.
Figured I'd ask you while you were here.
Well, I'm going to be here tomorrow.
No, that's not what I meant.
Doctor said I'm good. Doctor said I'm good for another year, man.
While you're present.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well.
Now, 197. This is F, oh. Did you go to this key,
Yeah.
197?
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear it going into A flat.
Okay. What number again, basically?
197.
27. Yeah, I know the place you mean. Can't find it. 89, 197. Yeah.
Yeah, I might not have transposed that.
Let's see. You have your D major 7.
What do you got? You got F major? That's cool.
No.
Okay.
So this is concert?
No, that's the tenor. So you'd want to be up a fifth.
No. You should be playing his D major.
Well, because he's written tenor.
Oh, so
chords.
just stay, let's just stay in D. This just stays like this.
Hold it, I can't see it yet.
This stays on this, right? It doesn't go into, okay.
What bar is that?
197,
Your first chord should be a D major 7.
yeah.
And I think he did tenor instead of alto. So if your first written chord is G major 7th, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, go up a fifth.
It was just up a minor third.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah, but with what you're written as tenor. So you want to go up a fifth.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
But it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Yeah.
255, the first note on B, please. I have written a D sharp. Is that good?
Your first note,
Of 255.
Yeah.
It's a D sharp.
C sharp.
Concert C sharp.
No, written C sharp.
C sharp.
Written C sharp, F sharp, A, F sharp.
You just check, well, it seemed like I was wrong twice on 151. Am I on two, or it seemed like I was the only one?
What, 51?
151.
Okay, you have your, on 2, you have your written D on the
Yeah.
second beat, tied over to the fourth beat,
Oh, it's
and
on the second beat.
yeah,
Oh, really?
okay.
Perfect.
I don't have something else.
Yeah, you double with one of the trumpets.
Oh, I was? Okay.
Yeah, I cross-pollinate once in a while, and it sounds like you're in the wrong place. I'm still trying to make it work. Okay, good. Now, I'd like to have it at the same place we did trombones and everybody at 9. It was really getting there. Da, bop, dee, down, dee, down. More than da, da, da. Yeah, dee, da. It's okay, each bar as 1, 2, 3, 4, dee, doo, down, dee, down, da, doo, da. So if you swing it while you're doing it, the metric content is going to be accurate. It's going to be swinging, and the notes will get their right place. You know, people say you play behind the beat or ahead of the beat. Bullshit. The real tempo is right. If you just go dee-dot, dot, 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 dot. So dot, dot, dee-dot, ta-hoo-dot, dee-dot, ba-doo-dot, doo-dot, doo-dot, boom-dum. That's what I think when I'm writing the damn thing. So I do-dot, 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 do-dot. So if you go da-da-da-da, two bad things happen. We don't get full value of the notes, which means you don't get involved. I know that's boring philosophy, but it's true. And the other thing is you don't give the notes their right value, otherwise it doesn't swing and it sounds, you know, like another high school band. So it ain't right. And this works. Worked with, if you heard my band, the New Art Orchestra, when they came to me, they were playing with all the wrong things, all the wrong mistakes. And it kept with St. Louis Blues, da do da do da 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 dee do that. It sounds on the record like da do 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 da 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 da. I went through that with Earl and Skylark, playing those short notes. We had a dot dot. We figured that the higher you go, the more space psychologically you leave in between each note, because the temptation is to grab the next note before it goes away. When that note's going to be there, it will wait for you. So you just have to go bob, dot, and take your time getting there, because the note ain't going to go away. If you try to reach it for whatever reason, bathroom, overparked car, or domestic discord, it's still, you know, it's going to f you up. So dot, dot, do, 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 da, do, dee, do, dot. And if you sang it, you wouldn't sing it da, 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 da. It wouldn't work. So if you sing inside and it comes out as music, then we have a very good chance of the band swinging, like my band does. So it would never work, but I don't know whether we should swing or not. I'm not sure. Okay, boys, into 9. Ba, ba. And very light, John, so we can hear what we're doing here. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I meant to tell you that at 33, the trumpets go do-wah, and the saxophones go mm-tup, 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 mm-tup. You boogie it. It's like Percy Heath told me years ago for a class. He plays mm-tup, 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 mm-tup. That's makes this happen on time. You get down, 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 down in the open. Hum-da, 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 hum-ga, hum-ga, hum-ga. So you're the ga and they're the hum. Okay, that one bar, 33, a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Now, a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, sorry. Yo! Okay, now that's a good example of taking the eighth notes out of the picture. What one D do wah? I keep rephrasing as do wah. The first note of every phrase should be the most important. Okay, it's still true. At age 90 or age 10, the first note of every phrase is the most important note. If you make that of less value, it intimidates the rest of the phrase, and the rest of those notes come to meet the first note. And what happens is you rush the phrase, and consequently all the subsequent notes get smaller and smaller and smaller, and the phrase means less and less. So we have one da, do what, da, do what, 2, 3, do what, do that, do what, and ya, do what, 2, 3, do what, do what, do what, do what. All relaxes like everything is part of one phrase. And we're analyzed, it does come from one phrase. So it's all one line, just with some separations in it. So don't treat a rest as the end of the civilized world. It's just a pause. Okay, please, the horns alone at 133. And John, if you can give me a tick, tick, closed hi-hat. Tick, tick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, first note is wah, 1, da. Okay, but that was softer and light. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, now, go! That's the part. D, dot. Don't make it ugly or jump it. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, dot. It's all one phrase. So that first eighth note, D, dot, da, da, dot. No, D, dot. And it's kind of a curious harmonic formation. So that won't give you any satisfaction. Okay, now the saxophones could be a little softer. If you're not hearing the trumpet line, you're too loud. Yeah.
Downbeat of 150. So
On my way. 150.
I have two notes. I have two.
Yeah, that's right. Because the band is playing a quarter note with a dash and a dot. That means da. It's a legato note that disappears before the next beat. I wrote on the first page kind of a list of things, and he didn't give it to the parts, I guess. So if I write a legato with a dot over it, it's da. Not dot, but da. Just with the dash would be da. So da, and it disappears before the next beat. So they cover the D dot. Okay. I'm going to get at 133, please. And really look at, and don't look at 134 and 135. Do what, relax with it. You know, da, do what. Just try to remember those days when smoke was free and girls were young and money meant something. Whatever, do what. It was a long time ago, Janet. Okay, now, if once again, if you can't hear the trumpets later on, you're too loud. We'll start at 133. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay, again. Whoa, give me a minute, first beat and hold it. 1, 2, first beat fermata. Okay, next beat. Next note. Okay, whole phrase. Just that bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, good. Now let's go on like that. Whole phrase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And. 2, 3, 4. And 1. You were da dee da da. You were one of those of the 2 eighth notes got nervous. Dee da da da. If one of those suckers gets pushed at all, the phrase is gone. It's like, you know, yeah. I'm sorry, dear. I'll never do it again. You know, you know. So if you fuck up once, then okay. 141. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now this I had to say the same thing to Torsten Beckenstein, my lead trumpet, who turned out to be one of the best guys in the world. 145. Ya do that, wah do what? That what you do that? Just that little. Threw the whole phrase off. 1. Ya do wah. If you go 1, dee da 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 da. If you measure that on a spectroscope, you'll find out that your concert G sharp is way too fucking short, and the B natural appeared way before it should. So therefore, from then on, you know, I'll never do it again, dear. It doesn't get apologized for. The flow of the piece, just a little bit. The flow of the piece is, and so if that happens, you can't cover it by a big last chorus or anything. There's that one little mouse of the listener that goes, oh, you know. So if the listeners are good dancers, you created a problem. Okay, enough. 141. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now you're playing the C. I want you to feel and emote the C. 1 ya do da. Let's sing it. And da da da. That's the way it's coming out. You know, it's legal, but like I said, you work for a lot of bands, but not on me on Saturday night. So 1 ya do da. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. Now, you do see what I mean on that? Does it sound right and feel right to get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to work, I promise.
No, I believe
Yeah. So, okay. Before 173, 172, 171. Just 171. One do ah dee da dot. Okay, 171, please. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. Okay. Yo. Everything was going good until 174. Da da. So you've got to watch for 2/8. There's another one, a dotted quarter with an eighth after it. Do dot. That eighth closes off a potential half note. Do dot. You'll hear almost everybody going do dot. They want to get to that eighth that closes the phrase, make it sound hot, but it rushes everything. D dot. Do what, do what, do dot, do. It's like that all the time. So when you come to 173 and go do dot, boo dot, dee dot, see that? The and of 2 is connected to the first beat. Do dot. Okay, it's got to be. All right. At 173. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, good. Now, would you, for me, in 237, play me the first note, saxophones, trumpets, okay. Everybody. Yeah, so I think if you believe it, it's going to be okay. Okay, let's start at 237 with just tick-tick for the moment. Rhythm section with tick-tick and band, no solo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay, 2 bars. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Be an interlude for going into Scott's piece.
I have a question for note question. 245, 6, 7, 8, 248.
248.
Second trombone, last note in that measure, C or C sharp?
6, 7, 8. Which trombone second?
248. 248. Second trombone, last note. C natural or C sharp?
C natural. It's hard to say. C natural. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Back at 9 again. That should be sound like it just made it up, and it's the easiest thing in the world to do. Da bom, boo da, da do da, boo da, keto da, like that. So I know it's hard, but make it sound easy. 9. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yo, 18 is 1 bum bum ba, correct? After beats, 1 2 da da. The bar before is 1 dee da da boo ba da da do dee da 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 dee da. Okay, same way again. And if you listen to what's around you, it's going to help. Please, 1 2 1 2 3 4. Okay, once again, give me more of the da. That first note is just a little too short, and it makes the second note want to come in. Because the second note is waiting for you to finish so they can play, you see. All right? 1 2 1 2 3 4. Good. 166, 67, 168. Take a little off the high note because the 169, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, da da da, a whole different picture. So you get off on 4, and that leaves room on the end of 4 for the people that have to pick up da dee da, like that. So could we have 6, 7, 8 at 168, and be right off on 4 because you give a chance for the other folks to come in. 168, please. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, and bang. Okay. Not bad, but you weren't quite off on 4. If you hang off a little bit, it doesn't allow the next note a chance to come in. Same place. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. Okay, now. Okay. Yeah. Now, second and third trumpets. Dee da da, dee da da. Make the C sharp more. Da da da. See, by making the C sharp short, you pick up the next bar because the next bar, the first note comes in too soon. Da da da. Anything, the first note of the phrase, that's got to be over your head. The first note of the phrase, whatever it is always the largest note. Doesn't mean it's the longest or the biggest, but it occupies the most psychological space. Da-dee, da. It's your entry into everything that follows. And if da-da, da-da, you know. You have da-da-da-da, 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 and it would work. So Beethoven had it right. Let's have it once again at 165. And this is 1, da, 1, 2, 3, da, do, da, dum, ya, do, da, da. It's another world when you go da, da, da. You just have the high note, da, dee, da, 165. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. No, damn it, no! That C sharp is still too short, man. Da da da. If you need to make it longer artificially, try that. But it's still coming too short, and if it ever gets ingrained as a habit, it's a bad one, worse than a drug. Yeah.
We have a decrescendo during that bar.
Yeah.
I think that might be what might be kind of messing up.
Okay, take the decrescendo out and go off on 4, and then da da da. Yeah. That was more of a mental thing to get out of the way so the next phrase can come in softer. But once again, you hear what I'm saying about the C sharp. Yeah, and it happens a lot. Phrases like that. Something starts and da-dum, da-da. No, it's got to be da-dum. When you walk into the ballroom with your lady on your arm and a champagne flowing, you go da-dum. You don't go ta-dum. Let's beat it. You go da-dum. Word to Prince. Well, whoever is the one that has the uniform. Well, if it's another word, you go da dum. Okay, right on the high note, which is 6, 7, 8, 168. South Carolina, no swearing. That's a big one. I can't wait to get a gig down there. 168. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. That needs some little work from me in there. Would you have 2 of the trumpets in 8, 9, 10, 201? Your figure reads on paper F sharp, A, B, C sharp, D, F sharp, and make it an A on top. Two trumpets, 1 and 2. Go up to your A.
You said, Bob, you said the end of 3 is a, I haven't written E there, you said D.
Yada.
Yeah. A at the end?
Yeah, first and second trumpets. Okay, and now when you go down, take second and third trombones out of that thing. You just go to an E pedal and hold the E pedal.
205?
Hold the E pedal, no fucking around on it. Hold it for those 2 bars and into 205. And stay there for a while on the E pedal. You can tongue it or push it. Bend it maybe a little, but stay on the E.
Don't change the note.
I don't think so.
Okay. At all, including
Yeah,
the original
I think
now?
my cat made me do it. Okay, Rosie is a vicious lady. Yeah,
At 189,
yeah.
in this whole section, am I supposed to be playing cover chord?
No, you're playing a time with. You lose loose time.
Okay, but I have figures that no one else has.
You have 1 D dot da 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 da. Yeah.
I have ba, be, da.
At 189.
Yes, sir.
Who? Oh, you have 1 D da D da.
Okay, I know what it is, but
Yeah.
that's not what I have.
Okay, it should be following the piano.
181, more or less.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, John. Yeah. Okay. And you're doing great. Just as much splashing around as you want to do, and you'll carry us along. I'll count on you to just shake it, bake us to death. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, when we get to the pedal E, the infamous pedal E, 203, and then we'll start in 204 and leave it there, and then see what happens when we add rich, and then add the people, and don't have so much. There'll be enough addition, so just stay on the E, and we'll try it that way. All right.
As I come into that, I'm playing something similar to that. Just keep playing what's written actually.
Yeah, everybody is. Yeah.
203, 204, right?
Everybody just
And
go.
then 205, just stay on E.
Yeah. But just stay on the E pedal, because it gets New Year's Eve too early, Yeah. Okay. Now, we have time. Good. One thing. 150. You see the note with the dash and the dot? 1 D dot dot like that. No dot, but dot, because he's got 2 dot. He got dot dot, so you got to cover his bottom with that too. D dot 1 ya 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 like that. Now I want to have so we hear what it's like. It sounds great on the synth. 156, a little slower, trombones and saxophones.
156?
Yeah, it's 156. Now be slower too. I'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4, da da da. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go on. Okay. Okay. Now. You can punch the note and still not lose the tone quality. If it gets a little too loud, then the brass splits and you don't get a tone out of it. Once again, treat it more gently. You don't have to play loud to be powerful. Just be powerful inside. 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, for the first note, fermata. Next note, fermata. Nice, huh? Next note. Shit, you can take that for your sister. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. D da da. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. That's the I did. Yeah. Okay. That you want to have that sound and feel. And there's one more place in here.
Bob, did you have an idea that was governed by the sax color or the brass color?
One whole color. Yeah. I really, with my band, we don't have any sax solos, and we have ensemble parts. That's why I use the synthesizer. But we get a band sound. Sometimes it's a woodwind dominated sound with the trombones, and sometimes a brass dominated sound with the trumpet. But I don't use a trumpet section. So it's just 18 people. People say that a lot, but this is we worked very hard on getting ensemble sound, where nobody, as great as Thorsten is, he's very humble. Am I too loud and all that shit? But he never misses. The timing has gotten all right. Timing's gotten perfect, so we can just follow him. And with even the Holman stuff we played with those double high G sharps and all that, our first year, it's disgusting. Okay. And then there's that. Where is it? Well, they make a Kindle for these things, yeah? Right about that. Well, someday. You see those Kindles? The whole book? I like that. Just carry it with you. It's electronic. So they make a Kindle for score. 148? Okay, well, no turning pages. Like that. All right. So, 125, please. Just the trombones and bass and drums and piano. Boom, ba, do that. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. The first thing I thought was intonation. That F sharp, that would be all right with without naming a band. Okay, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Your last note, trombones 3 and 4, you have 3 has a B natural and 4 has a D natural, so? Yeah, okay. And what's the F sharp coming up? That's the third trombone?
I'm playing
124, 6, 7, 8, 129? Who has the F sharp?
129?
Yeah. Okay.
I have a G flat.
Means communal guilt, right? It's his fault. Okay, once again. Do da, do that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh-ah. Yeah, good. Okay, now with the trombones and saxophones on top of it. Here we go. 125. 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, saxophones, do dot. That's right, do dot, 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 dot. Leave the saxophones alone. 126, please. Do ongoing battle. 126. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. Yo. Dot dum dot dum. That by cutting the C natural, that note on the end of 1 made the third beat come in. You know, I should be a drug dog, man. I could knock off a plane full of drugs in no time. I can get an accent dog. Go sniff in bed. Early on the sea. Chains. 4 years in prison. Okay. I live in the country. It's weird up there. 129. 129. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, that's one dot down. The scene of the last crime. 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Good. Now, for Billy and Richie, da, da, dee, da, da. Make it all one phrase. Don't reattack da da da. Just slur it all. That's in 6, 7, 8, 9, 129, and especially 130. 130. Dot dum 1 2 do dee do dot. And another principle is that everything is legato that you play, unless otherwise indicated. I had to let go of a trombone player. We were mixing Boom Boom for the first CD, and really nice, but the part came dee da 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 dee da da. Second trombone player was dee da da da. So I can't, I haven't got time for rehabilitation. So you're fired. Why? Da 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 da. You work it out. Oh, okay. It's a shame. 125. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, and ba ba da ba ba do that. It's a staccato. It's not even a marcato. A marcato would still be ba, da. See, but that can't do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Right. Yeah, good. Now, okay, the third and fourth trombones, when the saxophones and trombones really, saxophones come in, you kind of get undercut there. So I would say by the fifth bar of that phrase, be more powerful. Don't be worried about being too loud. Bum, ba, do, that, ba, 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 ba. And it's much easier for me to do this than all the time do that. So, okay, same place. 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Yeah. I'll give you chords for that if you want.
Huh?
I'll give you chords for that if you like.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, just to have an option.
Okay. Okay, that part is sounding better. D, dot, dot. All right. Yeah, thank you guys. It's sounding better and better. May not be what you always think about, but it is what I usually think about. And like I said, it works. I wouldn't tell you. With my band, we had a baritone player, Pepper Adams style, Marcus Barthel. And his first year, he was just playing, and I wanted to make a change to have a concert bass clarinet and English horn and all that. And he said, yeah, that's the woodwind chair. You're right, man, that's a good idea. He said, by the way, I went out and all the bands I played with are playing wrong. So he's right. I know the bands he's playing with, they're all playing wrong. So this for me will help. I'm like a doctor. Just let me open that one part and get in there and see. If I take one of these out, you'll feel much better.
No, we had the long and the short. We clip it on 2.
Don't clip it. D dot. You complete the note.
Bring it into 2. Bring that note into 2.
Oh, do
No,
what?
with the long and the short.
Yeah. Dot. And disappear right before 1. D D, D, before the second beat comes. And it gives it, he's going da, da. So D, and it covers the lead. It's, yeah, but it's legal. Okay, I want to hear the beginning again.
Could I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
About, I think it's somewhere around bar 30. Each time I kind of felt, is the entrance all together or staggered?
Bar 3?
I think 30.
Oh, 33.
Okay.
33.
30. Let's talk about here. That's different.
Yeah. Hum, da, hum, da, hum, da, hum, da.
No. Right before that. 3 before that.
3 before. There's a pickup one. Dee da da.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's them. Don't worry about them. As long as they play a good fat 8, you're in business. Okay. Start with the piano, and then the trombones are ready to come in. Do da. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Okay. Sorry, this is the place that had to be worked on. 26 is coming along fine. 1, D, da, da. The next one, D, da, da. 1, 2, D, da, that bar. 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Bar 30, a little slower, and we hear everything that's going on. Bar 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh! Yeah, slower. Mehr langsam bitte. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. Whoa! The pitch in the alto and tenor is a little fuzzy. Once again, listen to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Good. Okay. Thank you. And now we'll be at that bar and go on. I think we'll be all right. Yeah. And in tempo, then we go ahead. Bar 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 30. 30. Bar 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, I know, I lost 4 bars there.
You wanted me, you're pointing me before, I think it was come in before it's not noted.
No, stop. In the words of Plutarch, or Spinoza once put it, oh, yeah. Or Plato, we could talk about it. Okay, right on the pedal, that's 2 bars, and at 205. Pedal and deck. 1, 2, 205, and. Yeah, pretty good. Thank you, gang. Yeah.